sometimes there's something that comes up on the screen that's maybe fear or sadness or guilt or, you know, something like that, that happens on its own, and it's not actually part of, you know, who I really am. And yet, if there's presence in, say, the fear that has arisen, it feels like that fear then is a guide back to the source of where the fear came from, and then it can be a tool to
Yes.
of self-discovery.
Yes, this is called, this is right, this is called using mind to dismantle mind, as opposing being hypnotized. This is what self-inquiry is. Mind is movement, self-inquiry is movement into, ego is movement away from yourself. Movement into is the use of mind to reveal the nature. The nature is that it is nothing. In truth, it is not even present. Ultimately, the discovery is nothing is really happening.
It just seems like the robotic behavior, sometimes it can just get a bad rap, but I've found that some of that behavior has been of the absolute utmost.
When you are moving into it instead of being carried away from yourself, then it becomes the vehicle. Absolutely. It is not giving anything a bad rap. It is just speaking the truth. Every thought, every movement, every feeling, every word that is being spoken right now is happening by itself. The sense of depth perception is happening by itself. The sense of time is created by itself. And yes, when it is recognized for what it is, it becomes the doorway. Becomes the doorway to see. Desire has no owner. It is not bad. It just defines nothing. And then what happens is all of the struggle and stress of false identification is freed, and then there is the taste of love which permeates all of it. Then there is the feeling of light which infuses all of it. Then if the character is screwing up, it becomes comical, but what happens is it starts behaving in ways that are so much more grace-filled and loving. And when the old patterns come up, the innocence of it is seen, and another layer is freed, and it all is seen as the perfection that it has been tailored to offer. The true non-dual taste is not a running from the world. It is not a running from the mind. It is simply the removal of false belief. That's all. And then the taste of formlessness and form are tasted the same. and what is going on inside the body with what are called emotions and sensations have no impact upon it. They only have impact when there is a false belief that that is me. And that has to change to open the door to experience it. The revelation is you are it. And what happens in the mechanical machinery of the characters in this room whose struggle is the struggle to be free, it's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. The sum total of what you believe to be you is discovered to be irrelevant. All a myth, a false assumption. And the two fundamental driving forces are fear and desire. But they're not yours. There's nothing to tame. Each time they come up, there is the opportunity to see. The key is for life to be slowed down enough, for the frenetic nature to slow down enough so that it is possible to see.